Hi, Dave here, and we have a new episode in the art review series. And this time we're going to take a look at the work of Jeff Simpson. Now, Jeff Simpson is a different kind of concept artist. I think when you look at his portfolio, he does have a kind of fine art feel. I do like very impressionistic stuff where I can see the paint strokes, the brush strokes. I think the best example would be kind of a Craig Mullins type of work where I can see the impression of the concept and not necessarily a fine illustration of it. And the kind of again, I do want to see the kind of brush strokes in the work. But Jeff Simpson is more fine art-ish. If you check out his portfolio on ArtStation, it's very expressive where he doesn't actually paint everything. He'll paint maybe 10% or 20% of a creature, and then everything else is sort of photo bashed, photo manipulated and stuff like that. And it does have a very expressive kind of look to it. And there's actually another artist who has a similar type of work. Scott Gadil, I believe. And they do have that kind of expressive look instead of impressionistic, where there are a lot of kind of swooping lines and stuff. And it's very fine arty, I'll say that. So we'll start with his past concepts. Posted 6 years ago, Snow White and the Huntsman. So these are some of his troll concepts. Now, as you can even see here, it's already starting to look like his typical work. Even though this was done like 6 years ago, he does have a certain look to his work. It's very eerie kind of thing. And I do like the way he kind of paints this part and then lets everything kind of in the back fade. For example, here you can see a kind of detailed painting of the head, and then once you reach the kind of the legs and stuff, it's sort of faded, and he just kind of left a silhouette imprint. And Jeff does use a lot of photos, but he manipulates them in a very interesting kind of way. And he does have this kind of speed painting battle with Mike Azevedo. So yeah, if you want to see his kind of process, you could check it out there. I will link it in the description. And apparently Jeff also has a Patreon. I did not know that. I think I did check it out. I think yesterday. And he does have a few patrons, and I think he does post regularly, because, yeah. So if you want to kind of see his process and stuff, I do recommend you check out his Patreon as well. So I did a few Snow White and Huntsman, and the Huntsman Queen concepts as well. As you can see, this type of look where it's, where there's definitely a use of the blending modes in Photoshop, and of course some very kind of fine art kind of painting. Jeff is not very impressionistic, he's very fine, and he mixes that kind of fine painting with some very expressive photo manipulation stuff and blending stuff, and it does have a nice look to it. And I actually do like this movie. I think it's because one of the biggest takeaways from the movie is actually the song by Florence and the Machine. I think the breath of life, I believe. It's one of my favorite songs. It's so epic and stuff. So anyway, another Queen concept for Snow White and the Huntsman. You know what? I should have dragged some of these in the background, because I do like them. Yeah. And Jeff also focuses more on, at least in his portfolio, more creature kind of stuff. He doesn't do a lot of environments and characters even. He does have a few in his portfolio, in his ArtStation portfolio, but yeah, I think he's more well known for his very intriguing creature stuff. So this is a concept for Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Revelations. So this one, it's not very... I wouldn't have known that Jeff did this, because this is kind of not his style. This could, yeah, be more of his because of the kind of expressiveness, the fine art kind of feel. This one's more kind of standard concept art for games and stuff. Kind of pre-production stuff. Okay. So these are some sci-fi designs. Now maybe the painting is, I wouldn't again have known that Jeff Simpson did this, but he does have a design feel. And I'm starting to notice that in a lot of kind of pro level types of artists, where they do have not just a stylistic kind of, say, painting or 3D modeling kind of style, but design wise they do have a certain lean to their work. And yeah, very interesting. Oh, this is the type of work that I think he's really kind of known for, especially in ArtStation, because let's kind of zoom in if you can. Okay. And what's so cool about his creatures is that it has a bit of realism in his work. I think it's because of the subtleties again of the values. First of all, the anatomical stuff, it's kind of a nice... It's very, first of all, fine. The rendering type is very fine. It's not very loose. It's fine. But I think it's because also of the way he renders it. It's very, there are a lot of kind of subtle variations of values. And he does show a lot of form variations, small form variations within big forms. And I think that does add some realism to your work, where it's not overly kind of a clean, big shape. There are a lot of kind of contour changes and stuff. And again, he also likes adding texture to his work. Yeah. Okay, next. Oof. Now this is more of his style. Again, if you look at the way he paints, it's very fine arty. You know, like a typical oil painting. But I also like the fact that he doesn't finish the entire kind of piece. You can tell that he focused a lot of his rendering time on the head. Or at least the head looks more defined compared to everything else. This one is kind of the body, the torso is kind of loose. I mean, it's tighter, it's tight for me, but I can tell it's looser compared to the head. Let me just drag the previous stuff for reference. And again, he does have a nice anatomical kind of range in his work. I'm pretty sure he does a few studies here and there, because it does look very realistic, you know. This actually looks like my tummy right now. I need to work out. Anyway, yeah. Again, great realistic anatomy, very fine art kind of painting, and it does have a looseness to it, where he only focuses his rendering on certain parts. For example, even in the kind of legs and the hand, it's kind of loose. But he does show the silhouette, and that's pretty much it. So these are some android designs of his. Let me just drag this guy. Look at the way he painted the shoulder. He adds fat to his work. I think that's why it looks realistic. If I were to do this kind of thing, I would have created a very kind of ripped kind of guy, and it's just not as realistic, you know what I mean? So yeah, really cool. So these are some android concepts of his, and again, look at the way he paints. It's kind of tight and very fine arty. Oof. Here you can see a bit of the kind of expressiveness in his work, where he kind of mixes design with kind of taking liberty when it comes to expressing this concept. So it kind of mixes that, his kind of design and style together, and it does have a very nice look to it. Excuse me. Wow. And he does focus on kind of very stable viewpoints. Not very kind of super dynamic poses. Think Anthony Jones and stuff. And kind of their work. I guess because they focus a lot on character stuff or creatures, so it does make sense to put them in a very kind of stable viewpoint. Anyway, again, there's a bit of realism here in terms of rendering, but also some kind of abstract, very fine artsy stuff here. I'm not sure what the proper kind of term is for this kind of thing, where it's kind of a mixed media kind of look. It looks very kind of collagey with some expressiveness. But yeah, very cool. So this was posted 4 years ago. Again, I like the way he focused his painting time, especially in the head, neck, and a bit of the chest. And then everything else is kind of faded out. I don't think he used a lot of photos here. Maybe just some kind of color base, and then that's pretty much it. Maybe. But again, look at the way he paints. It's so fine. Especially when he starts to focus on a certain area. It looks more like there's more painting within that area. And I do think there is a time to make things more fine, because I do have a lean towards more impressionistic stuff, where you can see like the strokes, the painting strokes. But with the way he paints, I do like the way it kind of fits the expressiveness of his other kind of painted areas. So yeah. So more queen concepts for the Huntsman. Wow. Look at that. It's very fine artish. Okay. And I like how he keeps the background very simple and stuff. Again, he's focusing on the character, so it wouldn't make sense to kind of fill out the background. I do like this one though. And this one. And again, it's very tight in the center, and then in the kind of corners, he starts to fade it out and kind of let the viewer fill in the gaps. Oof. So this is the last witch hunter concepts. Oh yeah, I think this was starring Nicolas Cage and the Hellboy guy. What happened to Nicolas Cage, by the way? I mean, he just kind of dropped out from kind of the big film, big Hollywood kind of stuff. And I do like Nicolas Cage, you know, for his kind of acting and stuff. So it's kind of odd that he went a different kind of route. Anyway, I love the rendering here. Very fine kind of rendering when it comes to the head. Ugh. So maybe Jeff has a background in fine art, maybe? Ugh, fuck. Damn. I'm not sure about that, but it's so professional looking. Well, I'm not saying impressionistic stuff is not like professional looking, but it just Jeff's work looks so fine, like fine, and yeah. Oof. And he does have some very weird concepts. So this one is called Big Head. No shit. So these are the eyes, I believe, and the very small mouth. Oh, this kind of design reminds me of Mikhail Barulko's work, where he does this very small, scary mouth stuff. Episode 1 of the art review. If you check out Mikhail Barulko's work, it's kind of a very similar look, very scary kind of look. Again, very good anatomical stuff. Damn. Look at the way he did the kind of soft shadow for this side of the body. Damn. So this is a baby, posted 4 years ago. This is very odd and very scary kind of stuff. It's also very similar to kind of Anthony Jones's work, where it's I don't always feel comfortable because there is some kind of mysteriousness there and oddities that evoke slight bit of fear, you know what I mean? So these are Titans, posted 4 years ago. So this is obviously a photo. So this is more collage kind of work, I think. So this is a robot, posted 4 years ago. And again, look at the way he paints, or he blends the kind of photos and stuff. It does have a very expressionistic feel, very abstract kind of look. So this guy is pretty big. So he did add a few kind of helicopters for scale. Yeah, so this is a character design, and I do think this fits more of his style. Because again, I can kind of see the use of the blending modes and stuff. And it does have a more fine art feel. I would definitely assume this would be his kind of work if someone were to present this thing to me, compared to the kind of Assassin's Creed stuff. Now again, it could be kind of a project-based thing where he had to change his style, but this is more of his kind of style, and yeah, I do like this one. So just a bunch of stuff. That's the title of the post. Wow. Again, if you check out these specific, this looks like Mr. Bean. I think it's because of the eyes and the proportion of the mouth. He does have a very fine art look to his work again. And you know what? I should make a folder in my desktop for his work because it's filling up my screen. So I need to organize. Jeff Simpson. Okay. Let me just drag all of that into the folder. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. So again, great anatomical stuff. Very realistic kind of rendering. You know, I think Jeff could do a lot of kind of Alien Covenant stuff, or maybe Predator stuff. You know, kind of design things for that world. I think he could do some very interesting concepts. And again, look at the way he paints. Very, I mean, I do like the way he shows the strokes here a bit in the kind of neck area, but again, it looks so fine, especially the head, the mouth, the eyes. Yeah. So these are some head concepts for a kind of ape man thing. This one is definitely more kind of fine art-ish. Like this could be in some kind of gallery or something. Even the way, I'm not sure if this is a study or kind of a finished concept, but again, I do like the way he kind of has a gradation of saturation, where it's kind of saturated here a bit, and then once you go to the head and the kind of legs, it just becomes darker and stuff. And again, I do like the way he shows that fat right there. It does add more realism to the painting. Nice. And I'm not sure how he adds this texture right here near the kind of lats. Is it a photo texture, or did he just kind of paint it? Look at that elbow. Damn. So maybe this is some kind of study, or maybe this could be just a random sketch of a nude figure. This one's very odd. Very scary stuff. Look at the body. The way it's painted looks so realistic. So I think this is why a lot of kind of pros recommend studying human anatomy in the beginning, because pretty much everything else is kind of based, or a lot of kind of concepts can be based off this kind of bipedal kind of design, and all you can do, or all you'd have to do is kind of manipulate the proportions and stuff, and from there you can create some very interesting designs, right? Hopefully I explained that well enough. Nice. So this is more of his concepts. Wow. This actually feels like a Star Wars kind of thing. Very cool. I'm not sure if Jeff has an art book. Nice design right here. So this is kind of an android thing, but I do like it though. Nice concept, and I do like when kind of artists show their initial sketch beneath and then render a few parts of that sketch. I do like that kind of concept look. Damn. Maybe Jeff can do some like Resident Evil stuff, like zombie concepts, creature concepts. He does like adding red to his work, I'll say that. It's kind of a common theme. He likes color red. Well, I guess it's because of the bodies. You know, he focuses a lot on human anatomy, so I think it makes sense to use red. And look at the way he added the kind of veins right there, the blue parts. And he added a bit of kind of a yellow and green tint. Damn, it looks so realistic though, right? Fuck. Okay, let's go down. He's spinning my hair. Oh, Nice. Okay, that's cool. Oof. So these are some heads of his posted 4 years ago. Again, very expressionistic kind of work. This could be 3D, I think. I do like this one. Yeah, maybe he does have a kind of background in fine art, or maybe he is heavily influenced by certain types of fine art. So this is a diesel punk helmet design. Now this one is fairly tight. But yeah, design-wise, I could definitely tell that it's a very Jeff Simpson type of design. Oof. So this is an angry ape. The head actually looks like a kind of bat thing as well. I think it's because of the ears. Oh, I love that kind of muffin top right there. You know, usually when my stomach reaches this kind of a level of fat, it's time to slow things down and reduce the carbs, because that's usually what makes me fat. So yeah. But again, I love the way he kind of simplifies everything else and focuses his rendering on the torso and the head. So these are some muscle stuff of his. Fuck. It looks so... I like that texture right there in the edges. It looks like it was done on a canvas, right? Maybe I should make more brushes in this kind of style, where you can see a bit of breakage in the edges. It adds a very natural kind of feel. That's a cool looking design right there. And he added some texture in the background. It looks very canvas-ish. More anatomical stuff. Damn. I like the way he rendered this kind of circle thing. And again, he kept the background very kind of abstract. Very interesting. Oof. Look at the way he paints. Again, very fine art like. Oh, so this is a fun bike sketch. Is this a sketch? It looks like a finished concept to me. But yeah, I like the way he added some kind of rust in the bottom. Nice. Oh, look at that reflection right there. Very interesting. Again, this actually reminds me of Geiger, of H.R. Geiger's work. Now the design is slightly not the same. It's similar but not the same. It's kind of a biological kind of a mechanical thing. Okay. So he did a bunch of heads. Again, it's so fun. Oh, this is so kind of expressive and stuff. Damn. Again, I like the way he shows his kind of sketch lines in the bottom and then renders just a certain part. Here, this thing is more kind of expressive and abstract. This one is very kind of fine art painted in a very fine art kind of way. And this one actually has a bit more grit. Oh! And I do like the way he shows some of his strokes right here. And again, he keeps the background abstract. Like if you removed this character right here, the background itself would actually look very interesting. Okay, so I did just review his kind of whole portfolio kind of work, and I realized that I'm not even kind of halfway to his work, so I need to speed things up. So yeah, this one's more painted. You can see when it comes to the hair. So these are some Pirates of the Caribbean concept. No, this one is actually very fine. So maybe it's kind of a project-based thing. Now this one is more of a style, I think. I do like the way he shows a bit of the blending mode stuff for the characters. Okay. And he's also fairly good with the effects. So he can achieve some very interesting kind of concepts effects wise. So this one is kind of a Franken-ape. Again, he likes to draw apes and paint apes. And he also likes adding this kind of circle thing near the chest. Nice. So Assassin's Creed concept art. I do like it. I like the way he painted the face of the dog thing. Anubis, perhaps? Ooh, this one's more hotter. I think it's because of the red. I'm not sure if that's part of the body or... Damn. It's very well rendered. So it's a kind of a turnaround concept. A few head designs or mask designs. Damn. I'm not sure how each one would take when it comes to painting. So just a few character concepts for Assassin's Creed. Well, I do like this one. It's way fine. It's finer in terms of style. So it's a project-based kind of thing. Oof. Some more Assassin's Creed stuff. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's his style is starting to show in some of the kind of painted areas. Shit. So these were posted around 3 years ago, by the way. So wow, I do like this one. Damn. Some weapon designs. Assassin's Creed. Really? Guess so. Some more kind of costume designs. Oh, so this is more of his kind of stuff. Some monster concepts. Now this one actually looks like a kind of mermaid. I like how he kept the background very simple, and then everything else is kept. And again, very anatomical kind of shit, it's not dragging. So these are some of his old sketches and abandoned ideas. Nice creature stuff. Kind of a rhino based thing here. Shit, it's again, this one looks like a very fine art kind of thing. This is something I would expect in a kind of gallery display. Nice smile there. Again, he focuses on, oh, he does have a process with this thing. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing the process, a GIF process. Again, very Jeff Simpson-esque in terms of design. and painting style. So this is a vampire with a bonnet, apparently. Some miscellaneous personal work of his. This one is that very kind of abstract. This could be some kind of Star Wars thing. I think it's because of the color scheme. I'm kind of reminded of Star Wars. Creature design? Shit. Creature design. Sketch? Oh, this one is more of an actual human being. That's not a creature, so. You know what? I do like this. Do you know why? Because of the hue variation right here. The pinks, the greens, the blues. Maybe he does add them in his work. Oh, yep. See that? Some greens, some reds. So there is some kind of hue variety in his work. Some subtle hue variety. And also a nice kind of focus on saturated and kind of desaturated areas. Christ. Some more creature stuff. Again, very cool anatomical stuff involved here. The eyes are very scary. Oh, he did leave the hands very kind of impressionistic. So it's a mix of a lion and a human being vampire. Yeah, I do like the wings. Oh, he did add this kind of nice detail here of the cartilage that kind of connects the leg to the kind of torso of the animal. So maybe he also does a lot of kind of... See that? It's still right here. Oh, he does a lot of kind of studies in the kind of background. Wow. Look at the way he painted the ears. Ay, 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 ay. Very cool concepts. Some monsters, mermaids, and matriarchs. Wow. Long arms. Anatomical stuff. This could be a mermaid. Makes sense. Now this one is more abstract. Miscellaneous. Oh, miscellaneous experiments in Photoshop. Okay. They're very interesting though. Hominids. Yeah, he focuses a lot of his work on character designs, especially kind of usually nude stuff. Ape, human, creature things. Wow, cool study. Cool study. Again, the hue variation. It's not just a flat color. That is a scary demon thing right there. Oh, he did a pencil. Maybe this was a scanned pencil sketch, and then he just painted over it in Photoshop. Ooh, nice manipulation there of the photos. Again, a very abstract kind of background, and then nice kind of fine art painting style. And kind of people kind of stuff, mermaid stuff. I believe this was one of the kind of first posts that I saw of him, because I think his work is kind of regularly featured on the ArtStation kind of a homepage, and rightfully so, because his work is amazing, and again, very nice animal and human anatomy kind of work, and a very fine art kind of painting style with a very abstract background. Yep. Nice. Oh, this is the kind of thumbnail of this video. Again, he just painted the head, and then everything else is kind of left to be suggestible. And the background looks very, very, very abstract. Wow. Even for this background, it's actually left as a kind of gradient. Same for this one. Oh, so this one is a little finer because he does spread the kind of fine rendering to the hair as well. And then as you reach the bottom, it's more kind of expressive and suggestible. Again, I do like the kind of variation of hues here. It actually looks like kind of a pastel kind of rendering. A soft pastel kind of style. So orcs and goblins, wow! Again, very Jeff Simpson like when it comes to painting. It's so fine art-ish. And he's pretty good with adding the scars and stuff. Wow. And I do like the way he adds very subtle variation of forms within the body. I think it does add more realism. Because we're not as smooth, or most creatures aren't as smooth. Okay, this is kind of a demon kind of thing. I don't like it. Scary stuff. Nice. Again, very fine art-ish kind of stuff. This one's more abstract. Oh, so this was posted a month ago. So this is his last post, I believe. So, yeah. Apparently Jeff doesn't do a lot of environments, but I guess that's where his focus is. I guess his focus is more on characters and creatures and stuff. So, yeah. I hope you found a new artist today, and I hope Jeff's work has inspired you in some way. And please do subscribe to his or follow him on ArtStation. Check out his Patreon and Patreon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For me, what do I like about his work? I do like the kind of fine rendering. I may want to apply it in my own work. Of course, not as much, but maybe in some areas I would like that kind of fine art kind of feel. I do like the kind of expressiveness in his work, especially when he plays with photos and stuff. It's very kind of dynamic, and I think I can use that kind of approach when kind of figuring out concept designs for environments or even characters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, maybe I should, try adding some abstract backgrounds whenever I'm doing characters and stuff like that. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you guys keep painting, and yeah, I'll see you in the next art review. I believe, who's the next guy we're going to work on? Can't remember. Oh shit. Let me check. Oh, Brian Collin will be the next guy we'll be reviewing. So I hope you have a good day. Stay free.